Oh, thank you. Thank you for that introduction, Miss Rhonda. Wow. Brother Herman was over there messing with me. He said, you know you have to bring it. I said, you know what? You're definitely right. I don't have to. It's been an absolutely phenomenal day, man. And what more can I say? I got a lot of stuff written down, but my main thing that I have to bring home the rear was knowing that your work is not in vain. That was the main point of what I was bringing out. Knowing that your work is not in vain. And I think it's been demonstrated here today that the fruits of your labors, both of you, the fruits of the reading, the fruits of the growing yourself, the fruits of the prayers, the fruits of your commitment to one another, the fruits to God, the commitment to God that y'all both have together, and the unity that y'all have as one is in abundance today. With the people that have come up and spoke, with the people that have had good thoughts towards this service, the people that have put the work into this service, know that your work is not in vain. But if I was to go to this, I would say this. 3 things that I have gleaned, and that we all have gleaned from the ministry and the life and the work of our pastors. Number 1, you have taught us to believe in ourselves. You have taught us that we are one of a kind. There's no one else like us in this earth. God has put his imprint on each and every one of us. And that each and every one of us have a purpose here on this earth. And that each and every one of us is a 10 in some area in our lives. And that we have our own lane to drive in, and we don't have to go into the other lane because we may wreck. But if we stay in our own lane, God will bless us, and the gifting that he has put on the inside of us will always shine through. That's what you have taught us. Point number 2, faith in abundance. We have gleaned this from you. To see it within and receive it without. You have taught us that just like God, we can speak to the mountain and watch it be removed. And just like God, when he created the heavens and the earth, we think a thought and we say it and we can watch it manifest in front of our very eyes. Motivation Unlimited was created because you saw it within before you received it without. The ministry that you see now was saw within, the both of them, and now you're seeing it without. And then point number 3, work is in the results. The work is in the results. And what do I mean by that? It might be backwards to some people, but I thought about it like this. When you see the results of something, there's been some work on the front side. And you two have had some diligent work on the front side of everything that you do. And now you're seeing the results of that work. I'm a living testimony of that. 5 years ago, I'm not the guy that I was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I was a guy that didn't have low self-esteem, low self-confidence. I had a bow tie on, but on the inside, I wasn't a bow tie. I was challenged right outside here 5 years ago by Pastor Dennis. He said, Eric, why you wearing a bow tie? Why are you wearing a bow tie? You look good on the outside, but what's going on inside? And like he shared in the mastermind group, I could have really gotten offended. But offense is not in me. Because I've been taught by him not to be off-ended by anything. Because God has birthed me in him. And so what he has taught me is that with these 3 things, the bow tie is not only something on the inside, but it's also something that's got to be on the inside. It's got to be the same on the inside as it is on the outside. And Pastor Faith, you've done the same thing. Those days in the MII classes, doing the sermons, and I'm up here in my head, just knowing what to say but not saying it. Doing different things. And you were there diligently, working with me, doing certain things that I could be a speaker that I am today. So with those 3 things, you have demonstrated everything about your labor not being in vain. That's just my personal story. I'm sure there's hundreds of other personal stories on here, but also outside these walls. That people can come up here and do the same thing and let you know that your work is never in vain. Okay? So I just want to end by saying this. Thank you, and thank you. From the bottom of my heart, and I speak on behalf of everyone in here, thank you for the work that you guys have put in. The love you have put in. And the time, effort, and imagination that's on the inside of you that is always birthing out outside of you. Thank you so very much. And if y'all would, I know we've done it before, but let's all stand and give our pastor